Flix with the Hicks, where we tell you about the movies. We tell you if they're great or if they really stink. Now it's time to start the show. Yeah, now it's time to go. Guess what? It's Flix with the Hicks.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do this. Hey folks, it's Greg and Janet. Welcome to another episode of Flix with the Hicks. Each episode of Flix with the Hicks, we review two films that we recently watched. We always review the worst film and the best film that we recently watched on DVD. So you can go out and buy these at Walmart or wherever you want to buy a DVD. This week, I got to pick the worst film that we watched. And the worst film is MacGruber. Yeah, it was bad.
Boo.
Okay, MacGruber came out in 2010, had a budget of $10 million, and it only made like $9 million. So it actually lost money. I'm surprised it didn't lose more. This film, I can't guarantee this, but I do believe this film was based originally off of MacGyver, the old TV series, which I think everybody liked to watch. You know, MacGyver, he'd make bombs out of wires and tape and paper clips and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, Saturday Night Live did a skit called MacGruber.
Yeah.
And I guess it was really popular. This was years after Saturday Night Live was funny to me, so I wasn't watching Saturday Night Live at the time. But they decided to make a movie of it.
Yeah.
The movie stars Will Forte, Ryan Felipe, Val Kilmer, Powers Booth, Kristen Wiig, W-I-I-G. But basically, MacGruber is like an Army Ranger, a Green Beret, and
a guru,
a Navy SEAL all rolled up into one. He's supposed to be our greatest fighter. But he's sworn off fighting anymore.
Yeah.
Now he's living like in not a convent, but he's living like a monk.
commune type thing.
Yeah, he's living as a monk, and he is what
like
he is.
Zen garden stuff.
He's Mr. Peaceful.
Yeah.
Well, the military comes to him and asks him to come back because MacGruber's arch enemy, get this, Dieter von Kumpf, has stolen a nuclear weapon, and they believe that MacGruber is the only one that can go back and get this weapon from this guy and save the United States.
Yeah, save the United States, yeah.
So, anyways, he puts together his crack team of guys after deciding, nope, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to go back to fight. I'm not going back to that life and all this. And he puts together a crack bunch of guys, which he gets killed instantly. All of them.
Right.
And so anyways, he has to scrounge around and get some other guys to help find this nuclear weapon. And this movie was terrible.
Yeah, and why some of these actors took this movie, I don't know. If they're under contract with the people, or they're like owe some people some favors or something. I don't know why. Val Kilmer, I want. And
this movie was definitely a comedy, and I like a good comedy. You know, I really do. I like lots of good comedies. I like, Beverly Hills Cop, and I like a lot of good comedies. I even like Airplane, which is kind of slapstick, but this comedy, no. They went more for shock value than true comedy in this.
Yeah, and either the wardrobes, the wig, it's all stupid.
And there was just nothing really redeeming from this film. It was just, acting wasn't good. It was sad seeing guys like Val Kilmer and Powers Booth in a film like this.
Right.
But no, I would not recommend it. I mean, there was some cute parts in it where, MacGruber is now years later, after he's gone to this convent style of life or Buddhist style of life or whatever it is. When he comes back, his car is in a shop. He's been storing it there for all these years. And it's a Mazda Miata, and it has a removable cassette deck inside of it. So through the whole film, every time he gets out of the car, he's pulling his cassette deck out to carry it with him so nobody can steal it.
That's the good old days, though.
It is, but at the same time, that was the best part of the film.
That's it.
I mean, I mean, it just wasn't.
Yeah, that was funny.
It just wasn't a very good film. It just wasn't.
It just wasn't.
0 to 100, I would give MacGruber. I'd give it a whopping 26.
I say 20. 20. It's bad.
Wasn't very good, guys.
No, it wasn't. And like, he never did anything with, didn't carry a gun. He made everybody else do it. And,
Yeah.
yeah. And then he like used a little stick pin and say, like, what are you gonna do with this stick pin? Yeah.
Well, yeah, and you made a point in that anytime the greatest fighter of our time in our military, anytime he had to go up against somebody, he would make sure somebody else did it.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. It was ridiculous, the whole movie. And it seemed like some of it didn't flow either.
I don't think any of it flowed.
But I mean, anyway.
I'm not even sure if they got the scenes in the right order.
Yeah.
It was bad.
It's hard to watch the whole thing.
What was our best movie of the week?
Oh my goodness. Okay, it's the best Exotic Marigold Hotel. Okay. I really enjoyed it.
I did too.
It's all about people in my age group. Maybe not your age group, in my age group.
Who doesn't love a film about a bunch of old farts trying to make the best of a bad situation?
Right. But, okay, it came out, it was British actors, which we've seen, most of them. Mm-hmm. They did great. Okay, it's based on a novel, These Foolish Things, that was done in 2004.
I didn't know that.
Okay, and it came out in 2011. It was made for only $10 million. It made, back then, $137 million.
Wow.
And it was like in Australia, New Zealand, the best box office grossing movie, one of the best, for the year. Mm-hmm. And okay, it had Judi Dench was Evelyn, which was the character was a widow. Her husband did everything, right? And so she had no idea when he passed, now she's a widow, that they didn't have no money.
No money to retire on.
Nothing. So she was going to have to sell the house. And she's never been out on her own. She didn't even know how to use the internet. Nothing. The kids were saying, what are you going to do, Mom? She goes, I'm like, okay. And then there was Bill Nighy, which his name's Douglas in the movie. He was like a laid-back husband. His wife, she was a real bitch. Okay.
She was.
And I really didn't know who she was. Penelope Wilton. She played Jean, the wife, and she was a snob. But they were trying to get into a little retirement community, and she was pissed off because they couldn't even afford anything really. And so, okay, all these people were struggling, okay? Tom Wilkinson played Graham, high court judge, and he was sick and tired of all the crap, and he just kind of walked out at somebody else's retirement party and says, I'm going back to India, because he used to live there. So, apparently he had money, but I mean, he went back to India because he loved it so much there, okay? Maggie Smith is Muriel. She was a housekeeper. She needed a hip replacement. And living as a housekeeper all your life, you're not going to be rich. So she didn't have any money either. And then there's Madge, which I really didn't know who she was, but she played a good role. She was just had some failed marriages. Now she's looking for a rich husband, but didn't really have any money either. Kid says, what are you going to do? She goes, I'm leaving. Mm-hmm. I'm leaving. Okay. And then there's Ronald Pickey, played Norman. He was like, he wanted to go back being a playboy. You know, he's older, but he wanted to be a playboy. You know, but he really didn't have that much money either. And there was the kid Patel. What's his first name? Yes, his name's Sonny in the movie. He did really good. I don't know him either, but he did really good. He was the manager of this exotic motel, which was actually an equestrian hotel way back when in real life.
That had been condemned.
Yeah, pretty much. But, I mean, really. Now, the pamphlets, all these people saw these pamphlets for a retirement hotel in India. And they looked gorgeous. And they got a freeway there, free trip to stay there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they got to stay for free. You know, they got this package deal. You know how Vegas does? You know, kind of like that. Well, it's supposed to, the pamphlet was great. Okay, they're all going. They're all going, you know, for their own reasons. They get there and it's a piece of crap place.
Yeah. Electricity, no electricity.
No
Some
phones.
of the rooms don't have water.
Yeah, it's falling apart. And Sonny says, welcome, you know. He's trying to promote it and make the best of it. You know, some people are really disgusted. Some say, well, I'm stuck here anyway. Yeah. But anyway, I'd love to go to India.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Food.
Oh, yeah. But it was a great story. These people are going through all kinds of stuff. Sonny's trying to save the hotel. He's got a girl he's in love with. His mom doesn't like her, setting him up with, you know, arranged marriage, traditional Indian. You know, there's a lot of stuff these people go through. The story is great. Yeah. I love the story. I love the acting. I love how, you know, it wasn't filmed like in the U.S., but there's comedy, there's sadness, there's drama, there's, you know.
I like the pace of this film. Each character had their own story to tell. Mm-hmm. And each of them had similar reasons, but different for why they were there.
Right.
And they all end up becoming friends.
Pretty much.
And, yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah. And helping each other out. And it was a good film. It was just an overall good film. As far as films that were made like in India, it's one of the best films I've seen.
Yeah, it's not one of those dancing like...
Not a Bollywood film.
Yeah, Bollywood. That's it. That's the word I was looking for. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it's a good flick.
The acting's fantastic in it.
Yeah. Really, you know, and, you know, I may keep it. Okay? I'm keeping it, okay?
Okie dokie.
But that way, you know, we can share it with friends if they come over, you know, that kind of thing. Something that, I guess the younger kids wouldn't like it, but okay.
So
what
it's your film, you gotta give it the first score.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
0 to 100.
Right. Okay. I'll give it, really liked it. I want to see it again. Okay. 92.
92. That's lofty. You did good.
Yeah.
Okay, I would give that film 87.
See, they're not that far.
87. No. Yeah, it was a good film. Very good film.
I liked it. I liked it. Yeah, Sonny was enlightening. I enjoyed the interaction with everybody. Now, it showed a different way of life in a different country, and you know, being a tourist, being somewhere else, and how things, you know, different people react to things. And I mean, you know what? I really want to go. I knew some people from India. One guy's name was Patel. Great worked.
Patel.
Yeah, his name was Patel. And bless him, because he was a great guy. remember all the two girls?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they became
worked with?
they became citizens. You know, I mean, you know, some great people, great food. I love their food too. Oh,
Curry.
curry. Oh my goodness. All right, yes. Anyway, thanks for watching. We enjoy watching movies and sharing them with you. And if you like what we do, thumbs up to us, okay? Hit the little bell for notifications. And thank you for watching.
Take it easy, folks.